In Santa Clara, nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Atlanta Falcons and the San Francisco 49ers. Now it's Adam Humphries on the return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. On 2nd down, Freeman. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
They'll throw on first down with Ryan. Dancing to his left. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Even though it's the opening drive of the game, he wasn't shy about taking off and running with the football, even knowing the defense is definitely going to take their shots at him. And that's exactly what they did. He better learn to slide, otherwise he won't be around to finish this one.
Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
He completes it to Julio Jones. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. Ryan to Jones, the Falcon connection there for a first.
Let's go.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
You ready? 22.
Now it's Ryan. It's caught. Humphries. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down.
Ready? 25.
From the shotgun, Ryan. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. Remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10. On 1st down, Garoppolo. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Oh, he's going to air it out right over. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Garoppolo able to find Goodwin for a big one. 46 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than a defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. From the left side here, and it's complete. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time, and a 1st down.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a game in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that open things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Now the Georgia Southern man, this is Jerick McKinnon. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. Play action. Garoppolo. That's complete right around the 8. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, he did everything but get him in the end zone there, but now they're set up. Golden opportunity. Strong opening drive, and they're knocking on the door.
And the way that they did it, now look where they are on the field. All right, this is naturally set up for a running play, isn't it? But with his ability to throw the football, his accuracy on this drive, you might want to think about a pass play in this situation.
Interesting. Time to find out. They'll try and run with McKinnon into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
I don't know about you, Brandon, but I often think to myself, in these situations, I want a back who can create his own space, who can break tackles, and in a sense, become his own blocker. We don't have that guy in the game right now.
He'll get it up the middle. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis with you. It's the 49ers in control of the football, and they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. So it's 3rd and goal, and now the question, can this Falcon defense stand tall once more? He may try, and he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Jimmy Garoppolo, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Niners are able to cash in for 6. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Gold now out to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they load him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while, get at least 2 first downs, give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
We got 3, fellas.
Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And this is caught inside the 5. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Falcons are in for 6. Bryant's extra point up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. Williams to return. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much, as he's down to the 48. Ricardo Allen, the safety, makes the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down, here's Garoppolo. Gets this one left side to Pettis. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards on the play. A little tough on the secondary there. In zone defensively. Quarterback had time to survey and find a spot.
And if you want to change things up and put a little more pressure on him, you can go to man coverage. Everyone matches up and send more pressure. But you can also do it out of zone coverage if you're worried about what's going to happen on your back end. Send someone else, drop someone else out of the line. The old zone blitz could come into play to try and get that pressure on the quarterback.
Now Garoppolo throwing on second. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Garoppolo to his tight end Kittle for a Niner first down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Now McKinnon. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Garoppolo to throw on second down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. And since the penalty occurred in the end zone, move the ball to the 1-yard line.
1st and goal from the 1-yard line. Costly penalty.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Niners are able to cash in for 6. Now Gold for the extra point. Gold with the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10. Gold now out to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. We have witnessed touchdowns on back-to-back drives. We'll see if the offense can continue this uptick here.
And I know you're looking at me funny. You're wondering when I'm going to get upset watching these guys go up and down field, aren't you?
I wasn't looking at you. I got something in my eye.
That's the excuse that you always use for something like that. Listen, I appreciate good offensive football as much as the next person. When it's played well and is skillful, I'm with it. And right now, this is exciting.
Oh, the defender likes it.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Now the pitch to Freeman. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 3rd and 10 now.
And that play was vintage Derek Johnson. Made a play in the backfield. In college, he did as an outside linebacker. Used speed to get to the backfield. Now, a bulked-up inside linebacker with multiple Pro Bowls on his resume.
Get up!
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Gun!
From the gun, it's Ryan. He's going to air one out. That's caught inside the 20. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory. A big play on 3rd down for the Falcons. 63 yards.
Let's go.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Hey, Tuesday. Let's go.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. That's complete right around the 8. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. 2 minutes to play here in the 1st half. Back with more after this. Handoff, Devontae Freeman, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Just a gain of a yard, but it's going to set him up with a 1st and goal. Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific because it feels like on every play. If we were watching this in the...
And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Devontae Freeman, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Falcons are in for 6. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10. Now McKinnon to start the drive. And he'll get this up only to about the 33.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping Those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. He's going to air one out. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. Garoppolo able to find Goodwin for a big one. 56 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They'll run it now out of the gun. Showed off the juke, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
There's Garoppolo to throw. Flush to his right. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. Jimmy Garoppolo with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Niners are able to cash in for 6. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. Gold now out to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. On second down, here's Ryan. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Throwing now, Ryan on first down. Looking downfield for Jones. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And Bryant's kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
Bryant now, after hitting the field goal, gets set to kick this one away. Williams now on the return. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. Garoppolo, a final shot here before half. Deep ball for Goodwin. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Here's Jonathan Coachman. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here first and 10. And the first play of the drive goes to McKinnon. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
McKinnon fitting in nicely as the feature back in this 49er offense. He's back there again now on first down. Garoppolo now, first down throw. Throw left side, caught by Goodwin. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. And 15 yards there on the catch and run.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Black 80! With 80! White. 11.
From midfield, here's Garoppolo. Deep ball for Goodwin. Oh, man, it's caught inside the 10. And he takes this thing way down into Atlanta territory. Garoppolo able to find Goodwin for a big one. 44 yards. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Here's McKinnon. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's third and goal.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Well, they've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on third and goal?
Single receiver. 11. Single receiver. 11.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. Good coverage that time by the linebacker, Deion Jones.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, Couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
And Gold is able to put it through. And that'll move their lead up to 4 now. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
Here comes the Falcons offense. It's their first possession of the second half now. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
They run. Devontae Freeman. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Here we go. 12.
Ryan leads with Freeman on the draw. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. He goes underneath to Freeman. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. He's got his man on the crossing route. And now look at him go. The 20. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 66 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll look to run with Freeman. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Falcons are in for 6. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The 49ers getting set to trot out there. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down.
11, 11. 12.
Looking to throw. Garoppolo. A dump down to McKinnon. And they'll blow that one up back back at the 16-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. Well, they try to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. Touchdown, 49ers. Marquise Goodwin, 84 yards. And the Niners are able to cash in for 6. And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track spikes? Because he was gone. Big-time play, and just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with him. Well, that's got to open things up for you as well, because if I'm a defense, I've got to get back deeper and deeper in order to keep him in front. But I'm not sure how many can actually keep him in front with that speed.
Gold now out to kick it away. Here's Humphries. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. On 2nd down, Ryan. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across. Ryan now nearing the 300-yard mark with still a quarter to play. It's 1st and 10. Now a handoff. It's Freeman. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Now Freeman, he's been busy today. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's the Falcons. They'll have the football, but trailing on the scoreboard as we get set to begin the 4th. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Operating from the gun. Ryan swings it out to the flat for Freeman. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field. Now Ryan. And he will find Ridley on the left side. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long. Yeah, better against man than zone, or? Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone. Back to the running game. It's Freeman. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
On third down, Devontae Freeman. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Hey, let's go.
Now Ryan on first down. Throw right side, caught by Ridley. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. That one goes for 24 yards.
Well, they obviously read man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that?
He made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on first and goal. Now it's Ryan. Oh, it's incomplete. That would have been big in the end zone if he could have held on. Instead, it's second down. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me that option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. Second and goal. He'll get it up the middle. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a third time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
So third and goal, and the 49er faithful making some noise for their defense. They come out here in the eye. They'll try and run. Freeman. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on fourth and goal.
Brandon, it's easy to make decisions from right up here where we are, right in the cheap seats, but let's be frank about this one. This isn't even a decision as far as I'm concerned. They have to go for it here. Field goal does you almost no good as time's running out in the game. If you want to win, you have to be aggressive here.
They'll run it. Freeman fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they'll have the football, but deep in their own territory as he's brought down at the 5. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here first and 10.
Black 80! 80! 21.
The drive starts with a handoff to McKinnon. And space opened up a bit. He's able to take this up past the 10. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
White.
They run once more with McKinnon. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine.
I got you.
McKinnon. And he will get get the first down as he's up to the 20-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. Hasn't been his best afternoon on the ground, far from it, but a critical third down conversion.
His afternoon just got better. All right, you're exactly right. Hasn't been his best in terms of yardage, but that run there, that's the one your teammates look to you and go, okay, that's what we want from you. That's what we need. Now they have a chance to keep moving forward and a chance to win the game.
They run it with McKinnon. They find some open field here. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
It's always been funny to me, Brandon, when coaches always talk about on hot days like the one we have here. Oh, it's hot for both teams. But when one team has the advantage, when one team is running the ball really well and closing things out, it's hotter for the defensive side, and they sag a lot quicker.
Yeah, they say the dog days of August, the heat we're seeing here today, dog days of September, and the advantage right now on the offensive side. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. So after the run by McKinnon, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Yeah, let me puff out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. That was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
Toss play, McKinnon. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Here we go. 180!
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. I think they're just a product of trying to buy themselves 5 extra yards.
And they want to help their punter out, right? Help with the angle, trying to pin the ball deep. That's exactly what they did there.
Here's Bradley Pinion now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And here now come the Falcons. They're down here in a one-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late-game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's caught at the 25. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. Wow.
Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the 4th quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. Bryant's extra point up and good. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages, as a field goal now can only tie it. Williams to return. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
Yeah, they practice this all the time,
they practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. He'll look to throw. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10.
13.
They'll look to throw. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead, 2nd down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark, really, start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
Now they're just trying to do anything possible to try and get the ball downfield and get into field goal range.
And with that clock dwindling, they felt the need to take a pretty big shot there. Unfortunately, couldn't complete it. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
12.
Back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. And so much for the game-winning 2-minute drive. I think that interception return there pretty much seals the deal.
And one thing to keep in mind, in this situation with the score that close, defense isn't backing off and just giving you easy throws. They're playing aggressively as well, and they end up picking that one off and sealing the deal for themselves. Williams now on the return.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. A 4th quarter score now from Heinz Field in Pittsburgh. And the Ravens have wound up winning that affair. A win would be their 2nd on the young season. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. to try again after the pick six. He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this thing way down into Atlanta territory. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first and goal situation. To throw is Garoppolo. And it's caught. Nice gain of 8 that time, but it's second and goal. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. From the 2 now, second and goal.
21.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And this is not going to do it as he stopped at the 2-yard line. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's third and goal. Now Garoppolo, and that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. Oh, look at this play call. The trick play does not pan out here on fourth and goal. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
Ryan heads down to a knee, and that should wrap this one up. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Atlanta, it's a dream start. 2 wins in 2 early road games. And they'll return home next week to take on the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for San Francisco, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Tampa to take on the Bucs. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.